Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Disney Princess Challenge. We are here with Snow and her little ones, and as we know, she in the last episode did give birth to twin daughters, and so currently she is, well, her hands are a little bit full. She's got the princes and they are toddlers, and then she has the newborn girls that she's taking care of. And so currently right now she is just giving, it looks like, Ash a little bit of a bath, and she is going to be having to take care of the girls. We are going to need to make sure that everything is good for getting them ready to be aging up into infants. But I do think in this episode we're probably going to have the grandparents come over. I think that she's going to want them to meet their granddaughters. So we are just going to be letting her go ahead and take care of all of these babies, getting the girls ready to go ahead and age up because they will be aging up into infants. And yeah, I think that overall she's feeling really happy. She obviously was wanting more children. I don't think she was really expecting to have twins, but the way it's going, I don't guess she should have really been surprised that that is the case, considering she did have twins the first go around. The fact that she had twins the second go around is not overall that shocking. But we do know that, you know, she's really excited about the fact that her family's growing. She loves the fact that her and Florian are progressing their family. And we now have 4 of the 7 little ones that she needs to have had, which is fantastic. We are well on our way. I do think that she is probably going to be continuing to try to get pregnant and have more little ones, but we're just going to go ahead and let her get in there and get a bath. And it looks like Forrest is up, and he is just going to go in here and just do a little bit of playing currently. As you can see, it is going to be a little bit of a handful. We do need to make sure that we get the toddlers' skills built up, and obviously she wants to make sure that she keeps them taken care of and fed in between trying to take care of the newborns who are constantly going to be needing her care because they have, you know, to be fed and changed and all of those things. So Snow is definitely going to have her hands full. I do think that Florian will pop in here and there like he normally does. He does have a key, so he can kind of come over whenever he wants. And in between her taking care of the children, we're going to try to get her to continue on with her skills, painting and doing knitting and things like that, so that she can continue to bring money into the family. Right now I am trying to get her to paint, but she is having a little bit of an erratic moment. And so if she can just get back to painting, that would be fantastic. So she's going to finish this painting here, and then we'll have to get her in there so she can take care of the little ones, because as you can hear, they are crying and they're needing a little bit of attention from their mom. So we'll have to get her in there so she can do a little bit of baby care on them and make sure that she has taken care of them. They are constantly crying. When she did have them, I did give them their actual names, which is Aurora and Blossom, but the game went ahead and renamed them something else. So when they age up to infants, I will have to go ahead and fix their names once I go into Cass and give them their makeovers. So for right now, their names are not exactly in game what their actual names are, but we will get that all fixed up when we age them up. So right now she is just cleaning up a little bit, and then I'm going to have her go ahead and get to getting things cooked in the kitchen because it looks like she's starting to get a little bit hungry. The boys are going to do a little bit more playing and skill building, and we will hopefully work on some of their skills here. I do want them working on that. I don't really think that they necessarily need to meet milestones. There's nothing that really says that in the rules, that they have to meet certain level of skills or anything like that. I just kind of want them to kind of meet some of their skills and level up like that. So I'm trying to, you know, let them play and do imagination and thinking and things like that, because I want their skills built up quite a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and let Snow take care of some of her needs here, and then we are going to probably have to get her back in here taking care of the girls. Then once she has done that, we'll probably get her in here. I think I'm going to have her make a little bit of dishes for the boys. They are, as we know, Forrest is a really picky eater, so there is on this mod there is some stuff for children. So I think I'm just going to have her make them a couple of bowls of soup and see if they like those meals, and hopefully they will, and hopefully they'll be able to eat those meals. And so we'll have her go ahead and make some of those things for them, and we'll see how Forrest does with the food that's for the little kids. So we'll get her in the kitchen working on that. But for now, she is just dealing with, I think the one she's holding currently is Aurora. So it looks like, you know, she's just trying to take care of Aurora and, you know, give her a little feed, give her a little bit of love, and make sure that she is taken care of here. And so after she deals with the little ones, we'll have her head on back into the kitchen. The boys are just doing a little bit of skill building. Like I said, there we have Ash over there playing with his imagination, and we have Forrest building, or stacking rather, working on his movement. So that's fantastic. So she's going to head on in here, and she's going to get a bit of food cooked up for Forrest and Ash, and then we'll get them in there and they can go ahead and grab a bite to eat. And once she's done with cooking, it looks like she's actually still a little bit hungry. Maybe we'll get her to make herself a meal as well, and then she can get herself something to eat. So she's going to be here in the kitchen cooking for a little while, and I mean, you know, that's fine. She likes to cook, so I think that'll be okay for her to be in there for a little while doing some cooking things and making some meals for everyone. But there's the little plate of food for Forrest. We'll go ahead and queue up for him to come in and grab this little plate of soup or bowl of soup, and he can eat that. So we'll let him finish with his skill building and let him go ahead and grab a little bit of a meal, and then we'll make Ash a bowl as well of something different, and we'll see how he likes that. So both of the boys will have a bowl of soup, of some type of soup, I don't know, and we'll see how they do. And then I will go ahead and queue up for her to make herself something as well, and then she will get herself a bite to eat. And then once everyone has eaten something, she's probably going to need to get herself a little bit of a nap because she is starting to feel a little bit tired. She is also feeling pretty playful. I do think that is because she has been spending a little bit of time with the children, and I think being around all of the children and dealing with them has made her just feel a little playful. It's made her feel pretty youthful, and I think all of these kids just make her feel kind of young, which is great. I think that, you know, she just is feeling like life is really going her way. Obviously, Snow loves children. She has been waiting for children for a really long time, especially in between Forrest and Ash and her getting pregnant with Aurora and Blossom. She had to wait a really, really long time. So she is hoping that her and Florian will be able to get pregnant a little bit quicker this time in between the children, and there won't be such an age gap between the girls and her next child. But I mean, I guess only time's gonna tell with that. But we will have Florian come over, and obviously they'll, you know, continue to try for babies, and hopefully we can get her expecting again so that they can continue on with having more children, because as we know, she does have to have 7, and so we do want that taking place and her going ahead and having those kids, because I do think we are on a normal lifespan, and even though it doesn't seem like they age up really quickly, they kind of do age up pretty quickly, and I don't want, you know, time to kind of get away from us. So Forrest is getting himself a little bit of a bite to eat. Ash has come in here and he's just grabbed his bowl. She is currently just whipping herself up a little bit of a bite to eat, and then she will go ahead and get herself a little bit of something in her stomach. Doesn't seem that Forrest necessarily cared for that meal as well. He did eat it, so he did get his hunger up, but he wasn't maybe thrilled completely with it. So, I mean, he's still pretty picky, as we know. But overall, it got him fed. I suppose that's all that really matters. So I'm going to go ahead and let Forrest just get in there and continue on with his skill building. It is, you know, something that he does need to work on. Maybe he will obviously need to do a little bit of pottying even. So we'll let him deal with some of those things. And she's just going to go ahead and grab herself a serving of this. And then I'm going to have her invite over the grandparents and Florian, because I do think that she wants them to come over and get to know Aurora and Blossom. She wants to obviously have them meet the girls. So she will have them come over and visit. So we are going to have them come around. And then she's just going to introduce the girls to them. And she's going to say to them, you now have 2 more grandchildren. And obviously Florian will just meet his daughters. But she wants them to get to know them. She wants her family, her children, to have a really close relationship with their grandparents. And, you know, she feels definitely like, even though she's not married into that family yet, she's just his fiance, she does feel like she is part of the family. She does feel really close to them. And so she wants her children to feel close with them as well. So as you can see, Florian has come over. I am just going to, you know, let the boys come over and talk to their dad. They are over there hugging. They are so cute. And it does look like the king has come over as well. So he is going to come on in and talk to Snow, and he will hopefully be able to go on in and see the girls. But she will at some point go and introduce them to the king and the queen after she gets herself a little bit of a bite to eat. She is feeling really, really hungry, so I do want to make sure that she gets herself something to eat because, you know, she's starving. And even though she's excited about her future in-laws meeting her children, I do want to make sure that she takes care of herself. So look at the king. He has actually given attention to Ash, which I find really surprising. You know, as we know, Forrest is the next in line to the throne after... No, sorry. Forrest is the next in line to the throne after Florian. And so I think that Forrest is kind of the king's favorite, but he's actually showing a little bit of attention to Ash, which is really nice to see. So I love that. But she is just going ahead, getting herself a bite to eat. Florian's in here paying attention to his sons, and I absolutely love seeing him bond with them. And Florian's like, are you guys going to go in and see the girls? And his parents are laughing, and they're like, of course we're going to. That's the whole reason we came over. So they're going to head on in, and we are going to get them to meet the babies. So she's just going to finish up her meal here, and then she is going to show off the babies to the king and the queen, and that is going to be really exciting. Really, the queen's just doing some push-ups. Let's just overlook that. And the king is cleaning up our house. Okay, well, I mean, sometimes these things happen. So she is going to show off the babies here and let them get to know. The king is going to be shown the baby. Look at her. She's like, here you go. This is your granddaughter Blossom. And he's like, oh my God, she is precious. And then she is going to do the same with Aurora. And we are going to let Aurora meet her family. We do need to obviously take care of them. It seems that they are needing a little bit of love. So she will have to make sure that she takes care of them and make sure they are fed and their diapers are changed and things like that. But she does want to introduce Aurora to the queen, and she's like, this is Aurora, and the queen is just ecstatic with the fact that they have granddaughters. Obviously, I think that the king is ecstatic over the boys, but the queen loves the fact that they have granddaughters now, and she's gonna have someone that she can, you know, dress up, and so she's just loving the fact that they have princesses. And Florian has said he's gonna go ahead and leave, so that's perfectly fine. But they are just, you know, taking a look at the granddaughters, and then Snow is going to have a little bit of a conversation with the queen and get a little bit better of a relationship with her, which is going to be fantastic. I do think that she would want to have a really good relationship with her future mother-in-law. I think that she would want to be really close with her, considering, obviously, that is the woman that raised the person that she has fallen in love with, and the person that she is having children with. And so I do think that she would want to be close with her. And so she is going to just go in and have a little bit of a chat with her. But currently right now she's making sure that she's taking care of her daughters. So we are just going to have her continue on with this. And obviously I'm going to have to get Snow into the bedroom. She is going to need to get herself some rest. But of course Forrest is in here in the playroom, and he has once again destroyed the dollhouse. So I think I'm going to also get Snow to come in here and just give him a little bit of a talking to and calmly tell him not to destroy the dollhouse. And she's basically just going to say to him, Forrest, you know, I understand that sometimes you get overwhelmed with your emotions, but you cannot destroy the dollhouse. That is not what it's for. It's for you to play with. It is not for you to tear up. And I know he's destructive, but I mean, it's just ridiculous. Every time he gets his hands on it, he tears it up. And she's constantly having to come in here and repair it. And with a house full of little kids, we just don't have the time for her to constantly be repairing the toys. And once again, the king is in here talking with Ash. And they are bonding, and I absolutely love that. Look how cute they are. And Ash is like, Grandpa, I'm so glad you came over. I love that you were visiting. And the king's like, of course I would come to visit you. And he's like, I love it when you and Granny come by. And so Ash is really excited that they have come over. He loves seeing them. And it looks like Forrest is going to go and he's going to have a little bit of a talk to the queen. And he's just going to show her his toys. But the king has decided he's going to go ahead and head off. And so I do believe that the queen is probably going to follow suit. We are going to have to get Snow up. She's going to need to take care of these babies that are crying. They need to be taken care of. She had gone off to bed, hoping that she could maybe get a little bit of rest because she is just straight shattered. But unfortunately, the babies need her. So we'll get her up. We'll have her go in here and take care of them. And then we'll put her back to bed. She's also feeling pretty hungry. So I think she's going to need to get herself a little bit of a bite to eat. Her hunger is really going down. So, yeah, I don't know. But we are going to let her take care of these little ones. And then I guess I'll see about her getting her something to eat and getting her back off to bed. And we'll also check in with the boys and see if they maybe might need to get themselves a little bit of rest as well. Now that Aurora has been taken care of, she's just going to go ahead and take care of Blossom here. And it does look like Ash is just dealing with his potty needs. And Forrest is just climbing around. We love that. Forrest is kind of all over the place, but I think he's probably heading himself off to bed. All right, get yourself something to eat there, Snow, and then you can head off into bed yourself, and we'll let you get a little bit of rest. Everyone is going to go ahead and get some rest, and yeah, we need to get a little bit of rest here because it is starting to get a little bit late. So everyone is going to go ahead and head in for a little bit of shut-eye. She once again has to come in here and take care of Blossom. Blossom is crying and needing to be fed, and then we will send Snow off to get a little bit of sleep. Ash is just going to go ahead and climb up into his bed and get himself a little bit of rest as well. So cute. So as you can see, the house is a little bit chaotic with all of these children. Snow really has her hands full, but she's doing the best she can with what she's been given. It would be really nice, I guess, if Florian lived here and he could help her out, but you know that right now isn't the case, so it is what it is. But it is the next morning. Actually, it might not even be morning, it might just be later in the evening, but she has gotten up because the baby's crying. She needs to take care of Aurora now. So I'm going to have her go ahead and give her a little bit of efficient baby care. We're going to take care of her. And then we will probably let her go ahead and just tend to some of her needs here. It does look like she is really, really happy about these babies. It says she's happy about having a new baby. So, I mean, she's thrilled. She's over the moon with the fact that she's had these little ones. And Ash is up. Ash, I guess he got all the sleep he needed. So he's come in here and he's decided that he wants to play with the dollhouse. He loves the dollhouse. He absolutely hates it when Forrest breaks the dollhouse, so every chance he gets, you see him in here playing with this dollhouse. I guess I'm going to have her come on in here, and maybe she can do a little bit of talking with Ash and working with him as well. It's been a little while since she's really worked with the toddlers, and so I may have Snow come in and just work with Ash a little bit. Maybe they can have a little bit of a conversation. I know that sometimes the toddlers get a little bit lonely and they need a little bit of attention from their mom. So I do want them to have a little bit of a conversation. So he's just going to come on over here and talk to Snow. So he's got to toddle on in here to her. And we're just going to let them have a little bit of a conversation together. He's currently kind of sad because he kind of does feel like he's a little bit neglected and needs some attention from her. So we're just going to let them spend a little bit of time together. And that will make him hopefully feel a little bit better that he has a little bit of one-on-one time with Mom, which will be good. And of course, after she spends a little bit of time with Ash, she is immediately going to have to go in here and take care of Blossom because she obviously needs to be taken care of. So we will have to make sure we feed her and also see if she needs a diaper change. So we'll send her on in to take care of Blossom here. So while she is taking care of the little ones, we are just going to let Ash kind of take care of himself here. And then we will continue with her. She's like, let me change you. You're not hungry? Yes, you are hungry. Get yourself a bottle. Ash is going to just go on in here and play with some of his toys, and maybe that will be good for him working on some of his skill building. I really wish he were a little bit more tired and he wanted to get some sleep, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. I might have to put his energy down for him to be able to go back to bed. But I am going to have him just love on this bear, or dog I guess it is, and maybe he can get some of his attention up that way as well. And obviously he can work on that. And we just found out that Snow is pregnant. There's going to be a new addition to this household. So she is just holding Ash, and she was loving on him a little bit because he was feeling a little bit sad and needing her attention. And then I got a notification that she was pregnant. So we love that. So Snow is having another little baby. So we are loving that she is pregnant again. Obviously, it didn't take very much time for her to find out that she's having another little one. And they're still babies about to age up to infants here. She's just about to age them up, and she is already pregnant again. So definitely we are not having to wait very long for her to have her next baby. And I don't know if we're going to have twins again, but I guess we will find out when she has this next one. But we are just about to go ahead and be aging up our twins, and we're going to be seeing them age up into infants, which is going to be fantastic. We're going to go ahead and age them up to see what traits they get, and that is going to be wonderful. So we're going to age up Blossom first, and I don't know why I aged up Blossom first, but I did. So she is going to be sensitive, and then we'll age up the other one, and they are both a Sagittarius, so that's fantastic. So let's go ahead. I realize that you are loving on Forest, but I really wish that you would focus on the baby. Snow's like, I am trying to multitask. This is not working out all that great. Well, I get that, but like, go focus on the baby. It is time for us to age her up. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and age her up. And we are going to see what trait she gets. And so she is going to be calm. And we are just going to hop on into Cass with these little ones. And we are going to do their makeovers and see what it is that they look like after their makeovers. Okay, so we are back in the game. We have aged up our little girls. They are now infants. Snow, as we know, is expecting, and we are carrying right along, which is fantastic. But I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Disney Princess Challenge, where we are going to be seeing more of Snow with her 4 little ones, and more of Snow where she is going to be getting obviously closer in giving birth to her new little one that she has just found out she's pregnant with. So I'm not sure if we'll see her give birth in the next one. I guess we'll just have to see how that goes time-wise. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.